Welcome to the Audubon Insectarium, located at 423 Canal Street in the beautiful city of New Orleans, Louisiana. You've been to the zoo, you've been to the aquarium, you've been to various nature preserves, but chances are that you have never been to an insectarium before. This museum, dedicated to over 900,000 species of insects and arthropods, is the largest of its kind in the U.S. The Audubon Insectarium offers various hands-on experiences for adults and children alike. In addition to insects, the Insectarium is also home to animals such as the crawfish, a New Orleans specialty, a diverse collection of spiders ranging from the black widow to the Goliath bird-eating tarantula, and even alligators. Dedicated to hands-on experiences and one-on-one conversation with the staff's entomologist, some of the most intriguing stops along your tour of the museum may include field camp, where you can get a close-up look at one or more species of arthropod and can freely ask the entomologist on duty questions about it, Bug Appetit, where you can sample food cooked with insects, whether they be chocolate chip cookies or bug niais, Bait Shop, where you can touch and examine beetles native to the Louisiana swamp, Metamorphosis Lab, where you can have a hands-on experience with insects, such as the landlubber grasshopper and tobacco hornworm caterpillars, among others, and finally, Butterflies in Flight, our very own Japanese butterfly garden. Let's take a look. Entomophagy, or the consumption of insects, also arachnids and centipedes, for taste and nutritional value is not a practice which is new to human beings. In fact, more people in the world eat bugs than don't eat bugs, nearly 80% of people worldwide. The mission of Bug Appetit at the Audubon Insectarium is to open visitors' eyes to an entire culinary world they may not have known existed. It is a true chance to expand your horizons. Specialty dishes of Bug Appetit include chocolate-covered crickets, six-legged salsa, chocolate chip cookies, bug yays, mango chutney made of waxworms, vanilla-covered mealworms, Southwest waxworms, crispy Cajun crickets, and cinnamon bug crunch, among others. Does a Southwest waxworm really taste like a hot fry? Does cinnamon bug crunch really taste like the cereal? Well, you'll have to come see for yourself. Right around the corner from Bug App is Boudreaux's Bait Shop. This is an area of the Insectarium which is dedicated primarily to New Orleans natives. Our main attractions at Boudreaux's include the ox beetle, the largest beetle in Louisiana, the Hercules beetle, thus named for its iron grip, and the patent leather beetle, one of the few species at our Insectarium that you can actually listen to. If you are lucky, you might even get a chance to see our fishing spider. This North American beauty waits by bodies of water and waterways to catch its prey and can survive underwater for up to 30 minutes as a survival tactic to evade predators. Our next stop along the way is field camp, another place where you might run into some large arachnids such as Harriet, a surprisingly docile tarantula native to South America. Not nearly as aggressive as popular myth suggests, South American or New World tarantulas actually flick their hairs as a first defense to warn predators before actually going to bite them. Our highly trained entomologists at field camp are skilled enough in handling these animals to be able to pick them up out of their tanks to display to the public. Another very misunderstood animal is the Madagascan hissing cockroach, which our visitors can even have the option of petting. Contrary to popular belief, these animals are not dirty or disgusting, disease-ridden beasts. They simply enjoy their food slightly less fresh than us human beings. In addition to cockroaches and spiders, you might also encounter scorpions, centipedes, millipedes, or various kinds of wasps at field camp, among other things. For misunderstood animals such as tarantulas and cockroaches, field camp is an important place to dispel false myths and beliefs about these creatures and show the public what truly unique and interesting animals they are. Other than field camp, another place you can ask our entomologist questions and also experience a hands-on encounter with some insects is at Metamorphosis Lab. Here we show the contrast between the two different types of metamorphosis, or how an insect grows. Complete metamorphosis occurs when the insect goes through a pupa stage, emerging often in a dramatically different form. An example of this would be the way a caterpillar grows into a butterfly. On the other hand, we use the eastern leopard grasshopper to demonstrate incomplete metamorphosis. Incomplete metamorphosis occurs when an insect does not go through this pupa stage, but sheds its skin instead, and as a nymph, looks simply like a smaller version of the adult. And finally, our last stop along the way of our Insectarium tour brings us to the Japanese butterfly garden. This unique and captivating room allows visitors to see species of butterfly that are found all around the world, species that they wouldn't typically get to see in the southeastern United States. There are at any time between 300 and 600 individual butterflies in our exhibit based on how many we get shipped in. Some species include monarchs, blue morphos, owl butterflies, common sargents, tailed jays, several species of longwings, and the Asmenius tiger. We control breeding in the garden by controlling what types of plants are grown inside. Butterflies will only lay their eggs on flowers they know will be tasty and non-toxic for their young to eat. Thus, by choosing flowers that are toxic or unsavory for the butterflies, this allows us to make sure no reproduction occurs inside the garden. We get all our butterflies shipped to us as pupas, and you can watch them break open and emerge as butterflies in our specialized exhibit. In addition to butterflies, we also have koi fish in our butterfly garden, some of which are over 100 years old. The Japanese butterfly garden is truly a wonderful and unique finale to an enlightening, educational, and fun excursion to the Audubon Insectarium.